Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle that seems very thematic for this March, which is for me March of the Quads. This is a collaborative puzzle by TheAsylm and Panthera. I've been working on a lot of collaborative puzzles recently. Um, so uh, this is a puzzle that was sent to me, I think, only a few days ago, so I have no idea how far and wide this is known. I expect this is a puzzle that may have been posted to LMD if it had been Logic Masters Germany. Pardon me, if it had been if the site has not been going through some technical difficulties recently. So we will see. I really don't know where this has gone. Before I get onto the puzzle, though, one thing I do want to mention is that I've mentioned a couple of times now that one of my puzzles, Four Leaf, has recently been solved by Ranksk over on his channel, and I am not going to be doing a video of that puzzle. I think it's a puzzle that I'm very happy with, and it's a puzzle that has had incredibly good feedback from many solvers. So, but rather than me do a solve of the puzzle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that everyone at some point go and check out Ranksk's solve of that puzzle, because first of all, it's a puzzle I'm really proud of. But Ranksk doing a good solve means that I actually don't need to do my own solve video, and that saves me some work, and it means that I can bring you different puzzles rather than us doubling up. So that's a thing that exists. Also, March of the Quads, the puzzle pack that is working on that has over 30 puzzles in it, is still being worked on very hard. We've had a lot of testing happen in the last 24 hours, and there's a lot to do. There's still so much to do. So I'm hoping to get that out on March the 10th, and it will be a pack where I'll provide details later, but it will be running on my channel for more than a month. But it will just be a puzzle pack, so it's not going to have a due date in the way that a lot of things do. It's just a pack that you can do at your own pace, but for a couple of months if you submit solution codes to me, then you might be in the running for a prize. Well, you will be in the running for a prize, but we'll see how all that goes. Onto this puzzle, Pinwheel by TheAsylm and Panthera. So Pantera called this one out to me as something special for the Asylum. I don't know the history of this puzzle or anything, or at least if Pantera told me, then I really, I've forgotten. But let's go through the rules. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Cages contain sets of the digits 1 to 9. So these cages are extra regions. This is basically a Windoku grid, and I will go through Windoku when I start solving. Cells and knights move apart in chess cannot contain the same digit. So this is an anti-knight puzzle. So what that means is if I pick on, say, this cell, and I was to put a 3 here, that would mean not only is the cells that are normally seen by that cell not able to be 3s, but anything that could be jumped to by 2 in one direction and 1 in the other direction also cannot be 3s. Well, these one couldn't, could they're in the same box. But that 3 sees all of those cells. So in this case, those cells are also knocked out. So that's an interesting thing that is easy to forget. Cells separated by an X must sum to 10. Cells separated by a V must sum to 5. Not all X's and V's are given. And along the green line, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. So that's the Whispers rule. Then there's a note here. Finally, we would not be Panthera and the Asylum without painting a picture in the grid. So once complete, color the center digit and all other instances of that digit to whatever color you choose to reveal a fun pattern. That applies to all anti-knight Windokus. Okay? So apparently there's a pattern in all anti-knight Windokus that you can find. And there is another pattern that is left to be for the solver to discover. Okay, I've no idea. I would have to solve many anti-knight Windokus, and at the moment I do not have the time. Cool. So that's the rules for this. Let's give this a shot. So, the... Okay, let's look at Windoku first. So one of the important things to note about Windoku So before I clutter the grid with digits, is because of this is very, 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 very basic set theory, set equivalence theory. It's probably not actually. This is probably just something. I don't know. Maybe it is. Whatever. But if you look at these three rows of the Sudoku, then we know that that's going to contain three ones, three twos, three threes, three fours, whatever. So if I was to highlight them, then let's use yellow. We know that that will be three sets of the digits 1 to 9. But we know that these boxes are two sets of the digits 1 to 9. So we can remove those and we end up knowing that these cells here are going to be one complete set of the digits 1 to 9. Now that is incredibly simple to see once you discover it. The first time I found this, it took me over an hour to see. So this will be a unique set of the digits 1 to 9, and this is repeated throughout the grid. This will be a unique set of the digits 1 to 9. I tend to color that yellow because it's not connected to that. This is the same in the columns, so that will be a unique set of the digits 1 to 9, and this will be a unique set of the digits 1 to 9. And then, if you look at the grid, you have 8 sets of the digits 1 to 9, the boxes, and then the blue and the yellow regions. So these cells that are left uncolored are also a unique set of the digits 1 to 9. And that's a property of all Windoku grids where the regions look like this. And that can be incredibly powerful when solving. So that's worth noting. So we know this is going to be low. So these are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So these cells here are low. So rather than color, I'm just going to put numbers in because there's not that many. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 5. These ones can't be 6 because they're in the middle of a line and I'd have to bound them with 4. So that's 6, that's 4. What am I doing? That is wrong. This is 6, this is 1, this is 4, this is 9. This must be the 4 because I can't put the 4 in those two for the same reasons I couldn't put the 6. I would have had to put 9 on either side. So I can take 1 out of these. I can't put 7 in the middle because I have to put a 3 in one of those. This is 9. So this is 8. This is 7. This is 2. This is 3. And that's just forced by this needing this XV and this needing to be the 5. That's kind of cool. Okay. So this is now just leaving me with 2 X's and the anti-knight Windoku. Wow. Okay. Anti-knight Windoku. How the heck do you do anti-knight Windoku? Well, I start by marking quads. So these are 2, 3, 7, and 8. Well, those ones can't be 7. So I now have 7 down here. Hmm. 2, 3. Do I look at this from a Windoku perspective, from an anti-knight? Now that's an interesting property. That's very interesting. So this 4 sees all of those cells. And this blue is an extra region, and 4 can't go there. So 4 in this blue region has to be in one of those two. I really don't like pencil marking like that, but it does take 4 out of all of those. 4 can't be in those or that. 4 can't be there. So this is a 4-6 pair. Okay, how to explain that cleanly? 4 can't be here. 4 can't be in those because this 4 sees all of those cells and these can't be it. So in this blue region, 4 has to be here, which knocks out this entire column. this 4 sees both of those cells. This 4 also sees that cell. This 4 sees that cell. So 4 has to go on that X. So this becomes a 4, 6. That's insane. So this 9 probably does something similar. Sees that cell, and that cell. Oh, it's not quite as good. 9 can't be there. 9 can't be there. Yes, it is, because this 9 sees both of those and that. So this 9 sees all of those. This 9 sees all of those, that and that, forcing the 9 into there, which knocks out those, and this becomes a 1, 9. And that 9 sees that one. That's the 1, and that's the 9. Which puts 9 right there. Because this 9 sees all of those, that 9 sees that one, that 9 sees that one. That is the 9. 9 is now knocked out of all of those, making that a 9. Can I now place more 9s? How? So 9 now has to go up here, but in those two. So 9 is in those two. Too far away to be reached. 9 is in those two. 9 in this box. Oh, this is a bit more tricky. This is a bit more tricky. 9 in this box can't be here or here. Yeah, because I end up with those and those. But that does cover... No, it doesn't end up there. But that does cover all the regions. I've got 2 options in this region. I've got 2 options in this region. In fact, I've got 3 options in that region. This isn't a 9 because I've already got a 9 in that region. Are there any of those that see each other is the interesting question. Because this anti-knight Windoku is freaky. Not that I'm seeing. Okay. Wow, this is... So, this is a quintuple, which normally I wouldn't... Or would I? Well, 4 is over here. But that is all okay. This for some reason feels more constrained to me than this. Because 8 can't be in any of those. No, What am I looking at here? Interplay between digits. The only things I've got multiples of are 1s, 9s, and 4s. Though I do have this weird thing happening with 6s. I can't put 6s in there or there or there. So 6s is in here in this box. I hate pencil marking like this. Hang on, 6s are in here in this box. 6s are not here, here, or here. So that's a 6. because that knocks sixes out of those in that region. Sixes already knocked. This is right here is a 6. Bonkers. I'm going to remove that, but it is absolutely true. Sorry. Covering my mouth probably does not help the microphone. So, can I do similar with ones? So, this one knocks what? No, because one knocks one out of all of those. Three. This anti-knight Windoku thing is very strange. I still think there's something I'm missing. Like a fundamental trick to anti-knight Windoku. Yeah, so 7, if we look at 7, 7 can't go in those cells. So 7 is forced. Right, so because the 7 is knocked out of those and forced down here, 7 is not in those. So 7 is forced out of those and that one. So 7 is down here. I'm going to pencil mark that. And it is reversed. So 7 is in those and those, which I got kind of from that. Four doesn't see that far. But that 6 does. That's a 4. That's a 6. Hang on, I've now got 4s looking into this box. Okay, that narrows 4 down to those. But that 4 sees all of those. Bonkers. So 4 has to be over here. So it's in one of those two. The pencil marking in this is going to be nuts. So 4 in this row is in one of those 3. How do you pencil mark this grid without going in? Sorry, without going insane. Um, hang on. 9 in blue. Yeah, I've already knew that 9 in blue had to be in those. So that 6 trick came from. No, it wasn't the 6 trick I just found. It was. Oh, Lord. So. So these regions have 3 digits in it. So these are sextuples. But are they restricted sextuples? Well, I know the 4 is restricted in the top one. 7 is restricted in the bottom one. No, 7 is placed in the bottom one. What am I talking about? I'm going mad. Four's 4. So this 4 knocks out those. This 4 knocks out that one. This 4 sees those two and that one. So 4 is in one of those 2 cells in this box. 4, I know, has to go in one of those two. Therefore, 4 has to go in one of those two. So it can't go there. This has to be a 4. Okay, so 4 has to go in one of these two because this 4 sees all of these 3. So 4 is in one of those two for certain. That means 4 can't go in any of these, which means 4 has to go in one of these two because this 4 sees there. But in this box, I can't place 4 in any of those. Because I can't place 4 here because 4 is in one of, or because it's seen by there. These two are seen by that 4. These two are seen by that 4. And these two are seen by that 4. So 4 can only go in those two. But I know that 4 has to go down here because they can't go over here because they're seen by this. So this cannot be the 4 in this box. That's a 4. That's a 9. That's mad. So now 4 can't go there or there. 4 has to go in one of those two. Excuse me. Absolutely mad. 6, 6, 6. Well, that's a 6, which puts 6 in one of these two. Except it's not in that one because there's already a 6 in that region. This is the 6. This is beautiful crazy. 6 is now not in any of those, so 6 is in one of those two. Nine, 9, forces 9 into one of those two. One thing not to forget is, because it's very easy to miss, is this region. But I'm not seeing anything with it yet. Though, that's a 4. 4, 4 puts 4 into here. That 4 sees both of those either by normal Sudoku, Knight's Move, Windoku. There's so many rules in play. I mean, the connection is wonderful. Like, I like how the X's and V's just give you the initial digits, and then it's just down to Windoku Anti-Knight, which is the main theme of the puzzle. So that puts 4 over here. 4. Now, I had restricted 4 a little more, hadn't I? Don't remember. 4 is in those. 4 is in those. 4 is in those. 4 is not there because I've already got a 4 in that region. So 4 is in those. Why did I ever put 6 there? That's not a 6 because there's that 6 right there. So that's the 6. That's the 4, which takes 4 out of there and places 4 there. That has to have done damage to 4s. 4 is now placed in box 4 because 4 can't go there, 4 can't go there, 4 can't go there, and that 4 sees that one. That is a 4, which takes the 4 out of there and places that 4. That's all the 4s? So this 4, 6 was insane. Finding the trick, yeah. Wow. So 6s? Can I do damage to 6s? Beat up 6s. So 6, 6. 6 is in one of those two. No, 6 is not in one of those two. So 666. So none of those can be sixes because of those three sixes. But there's already a 6 in this bottom yellow region. So that becomes a 6. So now sixes are limited to those two and those. No, they're not. What have what have I done wrong? I've done nothing wrong. That's a 6. Now there's a pair of 7s looking at that one, so that's not the 7, that's the 7. But I think I've got all the 6s now. 4 6s looking into this box. That's twice 3 in the corner. And that's all the 6s done. So you were very powerful, little X. I approve. Wow. And the way these regions interact is absolutely phenomenal. But I've just run out of my power digits. I needs more power digits. Okay, so 7s? Yeah, 7s. 7 is not here because of this 7. They're not here, and that sees that one by Knight's move. That's a 7, which puts 7 in one of those two. Which is not quite enough, I think. Because 7 is not yet restricted in this blue region. Because I've still got that cell or those cells. 7 is in one of those two. It's within the same box. I'm still prepared to mark. This is a triple. Let's mark triples. 1, 2, 5. That's not 1. That's not 1. Thank you, 1. Is there a 2 or 5 seeing any of that? Do I have any 2? Is that the only 2 and 5 I've got? Maybe. So they'll come later. But this is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I was just looking for 7s. This triple, maybe? 2, 3, and 5? Well, that's not a 2. This is a triple. 1, 3, and 5. Scanning this puzzle is a little bit nuts. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. This is so much fun. 1 in this. Hang on. 1 in this Windoku has to be in one of those two. Wow, that's amazing. So 1 here, this one knocks 1 out of there, this one knocks 1 out of there. These are all filled. So 1 has to be in one of those two in this Windoku box. So this is not a 1, giving me a 3-5 pair and making that a 1. That 3-5 pair takes 3 out of both of those. This is now a 2-7-8. That's a 1 because I've got 7. I've got all the other digits. This is a 2-7-8 triple. This is a 3-5. This is a 4-9-6. That's a 1. This is now a pair. Well, actually, that forces 1 right there. But this is a pair, which is 2, 5? Has to be. Come on, something, see it. No. These, not getting it yet. But panning for gold in this puzzle is so much fun. this row maybe? One has to be over here because I've already got one in this box. One sees, so this is the one. So these are 3. Does not seem to be restricted. 5. Not sure. I know that can't be a 5. Seven is over there. 8. Not sure. I've got those ones. That's the 1. That's the 7. Still not doing enough damage. Still doesn't knock 7 out of any of those. One of that early deductions down here, and I'm still not resolving it. These 2, 3, 5, 7, 8s are all over the place. So, do I want to mark this quad? The temptation is strong. Feel the force flowing through me. 3, 5, 7, and 8. I know there's no 7 in those. What do I have in the way of 3, 5? Oh, I knew that that was not a 3 or a 5. So this is a 7 or an 8. That may come in to be powerful later. Like if I can make a hidden triple in one of these extra regions. Because I've got close to a hidden triple in this region. Oh, I need to finish off the ones. I've got 4 ones looking into box 7. That's a 1. I mean, I didn't even need 4 ones. I only needed 2. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I had 8 ones in the grid. If you've got 8 ones in a grid, you can generally place the final digit. Advanced Sudoku technique for you right there. This is another 2, 3, 5, 8. There are so many of those. How am I going to crack those open? There will be some Knight's Move pointing thing that I have completely flummoxed. No, I haven't flummoxed. It has flummoxed me. So this is also 2, 3, 5, 8. It is. So 2, 3, 5, 8. Two, 3, 5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 8. That 9 is knocking out the... Oh, there's a 9 right here, which knocks out this 9, which makes this the 9. Oh, that's the region I should have been looking at. This is not a 5 because of that 5. But let's finish 9s unless I already have. Well, that 9 puts a 9 there, and now I have. But let's look at these. Are these all 3, 7? Of course they're 3. No, wait. 7 is in one of those two. So these are 3, 7, and 8. Because that's all that's missing from that extra region. That can't be 7. Oh, that I was hoping that would... What? This is another 2, 3, 5, 8. But whatever it is not there. So it's one of those ones. So this too sees lots of cells, but I've already eliminated all of that stuff. This 8, well, that's not an 8. This 3 eliminates... Three is in one of those. I'm actually going to pencil mark that and try and remember, because that knocks 3 out of those. What does that do for me? Three now has to be in one of those. Is there a weird Knight's Move trick going on here now? I have to remember, what am I... I'm going to mark that a slightly darker grey to remind myself that those are crossed a box. There's a digit that is not 23578 that I have not marked here, which... Or, no, 2358. So 2, 3, 5... Yeah, it's the 7. 7 is either here or here. Or maybe... This is a quad, which I believe is 2... Is it really? 2, 3, 5, 8? What? This is 2, 3, 5, 8. Well, that's not 5. It's a 2, 3, 8 triple. This is 5. So this is 2. So this is not 2 or 5. This is 2. This is 5. So there's no 5. No 5 in here. So there's now a 2 in here, which means that's not 2. Oh, knocking 3 out of there means I can ask, where does 3 go in this row? It has to go in one of those two cells. So those can't be 3. So where does 3 go in this column? Well, it's not in any of those. It's not in any of those. So it has to be up here. This is tricky. I'm missing something. There'll be a simple Knight's Move trick somewhere I'm missing. So these are 2, 3, 7, and 8, but... Five is in one of those two. Is there something pointing from that? No, but there is... Where can I place 5 in box 7? Because I can't place it there, and those aren't 5. So this is the 5 in this box. So that's not a 5. 5 is now in one of those two in this column. This is 2, 3, 8. Wait a minute, this is not 5. This is 2, 3, 8, but... That can still be 5? That can't be 2 or 5. Well, it can't be 2. So it's 3, 7, or 8. It's not 7. So this is a 3, 8 pair. So this is 2, 7. So I can take 2 out of there. This is a 2. This is not a 2. Eight, 2, not 2, 7. There'll be a 7 because there's now a 3, 8 pair in that region. This is a 7. This is a 2. This is a 7. This is a 5. This is a 2. This is an 8. This is a 7. There'll be stuff all over the place now. I just need to scan for it. This is a 3. This is a 5. This is an 8. This is a 3. These are 5 and 8. So this is the 3, of course. So if this is 5, 8, this is 2, and this is 3. This is 5. There is no 5. Stop doing that. There's no 5 here. There's no 7 here. So this is 2, 8. So this is 3. This is 7. This is 8. This is 3. This is 2, 8, and 3. This is 8. This is 2. This is 5. This is 8. This is 5. This is 3. And this is 8. Wow, there was some tricky deductions in there. But that was Pinwheel. Now, the thing that we were told to do, once complete, color the center digit. Actually, one of Panthera's favorite colors is purple, so let's use purple. Color the center digit and all other instances of that digit. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, okay. Pinwheel. Yeah. That's very cool. I wonder if that means that with any anti-night Windoku, there's a very limited number of solved grids. Doesn't matter. That was a very fun puzzle. Well, I hope you gave that one a shot. That was insane fun. I really enjoyed that one. That was absolutely bonkers. Thank you, everyone. Wow. I hope you enjoyed it. And all I can say is good luck with your solving.